Look,
There's
when
IPAC too.
the EC told us a day before the commencement of registration that they were prepared, what did they exactly mean? I want to know. When the EC told us, they granted a press conference and said they were prepared, and they had estimated registering about 622,000 people. What did they exactly mean?
They didn't expect technology to fail them.
So was their preparedness simply to commence registration and apologize every day at the close of registration? So far, the EC has apologized about 3 times. Within 2 days, 3 times you have apologized to the Ghanaian people. Is this how it's going to continue? You thought we made you electoral commissioner to simply apologize to us after negligence? I mean, you told us a day before you were prepared and you were ready to go in full force. In fact, they told us they had piloted all their systems and everything was exact. Today, we wake up and we hear that we are gradually zooming into an offline system. Then the EC should have just bought registers and pens, given to their returning officers and asked them to go around writing people's names. Because an offline machine is as good as a register with a pen, a paper register. All you are doing is to write the name and number of somebody, and then later you transfer it onto the system. It's unpardonable. And I think that, dog, we must set up to some of these things. We can't continue repeating mistakes of the past. In 2021, same mistakes were repeated. In 2018, same mistakes were repeated. And we are where we are today. Look, a petty error, like the sending of activation codes to returning officers in the Upper East region, took 24 hours. Why? Did we have to put the codes on a bat to fly to Wa or to Bolga? Your own returning officers couldn't get access to their returning codes. Even if we had put that in the mouth of a bird, it would have been in Bolga before daybreak. 24 hours. They couldn't look. There were machines before them, but they couldn't log in because they were calling their own boss in Accra to send them activation codes, and they kept saying they are looking for the codes. They can't find the codes. How do you explain this error? I wanted to see an apology on that. Daboya Mankargo, a machine was supposed to get to Mankargo. They called the EC vehicle. They said they had a flat tire. Later, they said they had overheating. Why?
So that's possible.
I mean, so you didn't have any plans to get the machine. You didn't have any backup plan. And as at 4 p.m., the machine was still not at the venue. What kind of overheating stays for 3 hours or 6 hours? I mean, very avoidable mistakes. And all I cry for is a young lady who traveled 15 kilometers. In the Yape Kosogo constituency, at Kagberpe, the machine was brought and sent back, which meant that the first person to have joined the line that morning to register was the first person to go back home and register. And somebody like that will have to travel 15 kilometers again at her own expense. And you come and apologize to us. How have you met? How have you compensated the people who had wasted their time and resources coming to form a queue? I mean, very avoidable, unpardonable mistakes. Swaman, as of yesterday, dog, Swaman hadn't commenced registration. Swaman constituency. And polling stations were still seated and people were struggling. All because they said the machine was so slow and there were network challenges. No, look, on a day before registration, Jane Mensah told us, indeed, there was Dumso, and I think she's about the first public officer to confirm that we are in Dumso. She said there was Dumso. She said they had made provision for standby generators. They said, in fact, they had purchased and deployed all generators. Sanarugu, yesterday, no generator. Yape, no generator. Tamale Saf, no generator. Including Accra, Ashaman, no generator. At least, even if your generator was still in an STC bus on the way to Tamale. As for Ashaman, even if you put it in Pragya, it will get there within 2 hours. No generator at Ashaman. And you want us to sit here and still advise you, we must guard you, we must lead you on. This has got nothing to do with, look, NPP and DCU. It's about the Ghanaian people. It's about my younger sister who forms a queue to register, who left school, has 5 days to register. Day 1 gone, day 2 gone, her name is not in the register. How do you expect her to bear with some of these, challenges? And we've been paying all these people at the Commission's head office for only God knows how long. Huge budgets. They come to the parliament, they say, oh, we are bringing this budget. They come, they take the taxpayers' money, only for you to have apologized 3 times within 2 days of your exercise, and you are now promising us an extension of days. Who told you we needed an extension? The people on the ballot paper will need to tell you how to conduct the elections for them. And that is how come we have been calling for a credible IPAC where our sentiments could be poured out. This morning, Brekum East, I'm told tax, macho men were brought there. And that's one of the bases of our press conference. You see, the EC, the security services, the NPP cannot continuously take the laws into their own hands. Brekum, there are photos and videos of thugs moving around registration centers and terrorizing people. Brekum East. And all because of power. If you kill all the people in the line, Mr. MP, who will vote for you? Tell me. If you kill all the people, who will you rule over? Then you bring macho men to come and destabilize the exercises. And I dare the security agencies there, please and please again, set up. You are the referees of this country. You are the people to ensure that people abide to law. And I mean, the NDC is not deterred. Anybody could man up and face anybody. But is that the right way to go? We want people to register. Our business as a political party is not to deter first-time voters. If we wanted to deter them, then anybody could go there and cause mayhem. But the NPP has a plan. Look, and their plan is to deter first-time voters, because the more people register, the more Alhaji Bawumia loses the election. Why? Your daughter who sees how you struggle to buy fuel, if she registered for the sake of the love she has for you as her father, she vote against Alhaji Bawumia. Any pensioner bondholder whose grandchild used to come home and you give him money or you give her money will definitely register to vote out Mr. Akufo-Addo because they've not paid the grandfather. And this is how people are planned and have planned and determined to vote out this current government. But the EC has also determined to stop the people from registering. But we may see how it goes, because we have standby plans and we have alternative solutions. And no matter what it takes, we'll help the Ghanaian people register onto the form. I know by afternoon the EC will apologize again, because I've just been informed that in Tamale Dumso they have halted registration. I've just been informed.
But
now
the generator is not working.
Nothing. In fact, in the Western region, our MP even attempted giving them a generator, and they rejected it. I asked myself, since when did we have generators now registering to be members of the NDC? If you don't want the MP there, what about his generator? His generator is only coming to give you light to, register people. And so, Doc, we must unanimously condemn the actions. It's unfortunate the MPP has left their seat empty. Very, very unfortunate. I don't know why, but I wish that they had come here, so that together we will condemn the misconduct.
But the MPP issued a statement asking the EC to get its act together, put its act together.
That's why I said I wish they were here. So unanimously, we can condemn the actions of the Electoral Commission, and then ask them to stop that interest play. And this particular game will not help. Whether you like it or not, MPP will lose the election in this year. Whether you like it or not, MPP will leave power and NDC will assume office. So it's incumbent on you to simply sit down and ensure a free and fair election, so that we don't lose a single life. Look, the people who died in the last election, Techima South, Salvulugu, Zabzugu, and the rest, the EC never found interest in it to go out there and ensure that strict investigation were done. Not a single statement. In fact, what the EC even told us was that there was very free and fair elections, and whatever happened there were matters of security and not about them. But if President Mahama coughs, in fact, if President Mahama wakes up in the morning and is drinking tea and even discusses the issue with someone, they'll come and respond to him. I think they must be focused, and they must understand their mandate. If Jen Mensah has forgotten why she was made EC, she should go and read the functions of the Electoral Commission. She will know what she was mandated to do and ensure that they do it. And next time they come and tell us they are prepared and we find such errors, I think we'll put on hold the entire exercise and ask them to go back and do the right things, because people cannot struggle. Yape Kosogo, an estimated number of more than 10,000 people are expected to register. As of yesterday, about 20-something had registered. 20-something.
We still have 18.
Day one.
We still have 18 more.
Look, multiply 20-something by the 18. and tell me the figure, because from the look of things, we are going to be getting 2020. Because as of now, this morning, they haven't started. They said network challenges. Tamale Dumso, Swaman Dumso,
but they've been,
Western
they've
Dumso.
been directed to go offline.
And that's what I'm saying. Then they should just give them registers with pens to go around and be writing people's names, because the offline register comes at, comes with another level of discussion. You cannot be registering people offline. At what point are you going to transfer them online? What due diligence is going to be done? Have the political parties agreed within those cycles to go offline?
But
because it's a very interesting one.
It's always a plan B.
Well, it's been a plan B, but at what point did you determine that? Because the EC made us aware that at their district offices they were going to go fully online. At the various designated electoral areas where there are no networks, they may try to go offline. Now at the district offices, they are going offline. And the reason why the district offices were going online were that if they went to the electoral areas and registered offline, on the transmission at the district office, there will be a rep there to ensure that everything is done smoothly. Now, even at your district office, you are going offline. So at what point are you going to have the transmission? Is it at the regional level or at the national level? So it comes at this own cost. So look, they must set up. EC should set up. They should be focused. They should stop engaging and meddling in political affairs. Yes, you may have pension love for, the new patriotic party, but you are the referee in this context. And the NDC is determined to win power. And we will not win power with the EC or the security services. We are winning power with the Ghanaian people, because they are those going to vote to elect John Mahama president. And by the grace of God, nothing will stop that victory.